What's going on, you guys? Welcome back to my channel. It's your boy Ronnie here, and I'm back with another video. In this video, I'll be giving you a headline coming from Al Jazeera. I'm not really good at pronouncing these names. I think this might be a Middle Eastern news channel anyways. But according to this headline, Iran war live. And it say attack on Iran in 2 or 3 days if no deal, says Trump. Now, I don't know if I believe that because President Donald Trump has been going back and forth on saying you can strike Iran, we're not going to strike Iran, we're going to hold off and stuff like that. Going back and forth. Gas is already extremely high. Some states are already dealing with $5-6 a gallon for regular. I'm not talking about premium. I'm not talking about diesel. If you guys know what's happening at gas in some areas, anyways. But regardless, regular seeing diesel prices, that's kind of crazy. So let's go ahead and get going with this article. So it says U.S. President Donald Trump says Iran has 2 or 3 days to reach a deal to end war or face renewed attacks. An Iranian official says the U.S. threat a massive assault at any moment will be met resolutely, and Iran is prepared to confront any military aggression. Iran's president, have pronounced his name, says dialogue does not mean surrender, and Tehran has entered talks with dignity, authority, and the prevention of the nation's rights. Condemnation is growing after Israeli forces again intercepted boats in the Gaza aid flotilla, with reports of some 47 vessels seized in international waters and hundreds of activists abducted. Now, I would say Israel, I don't know if they still doing with a ceasefire or not, but there was an issue with Israel and Lebanon when the United States and Iran officially had a ceasefire. And there's been attacks since the ceasefire was happening, but regardless, I thought if there was an attack when the ceasefire happened, the ceasefire was broken. But I mean, definitely this year been definitely off, especially after the United States went after Venezuela and took their president, their former president now, Nicolas Maduro, and his wife, and flew to New York. We all know about that situation. But they still been doing attacks, but it's kind of confusing because Israel been going after Lebanon. And it was an issue that why wasn't Lebanon included into the ceasefire? Because I think they was a part of the war. Because they attacked Israel, I think in retaliation to Israel and the United States attacking Iran. Now, since the ceasefire was going on, the UAE being attacked by Iran, and I don't think the UAE going to take too much of the United States not retaliating, because you're attacking your ally at this point. And you don't think Russia and China is watching this? Like, we're constantly attacking Russia's allies and China's allies. And who is they going to have an ally with if something drastically happened? We're going to have all the allies. We're going to have all our allies. But, I mean, it's been talks that the United States might pull out of NATO. So, it is a possibility. So, I just want to bring that to you guys' attention. Sorry if you hear my dog barking in the background. I don't know why she's barking. But it's just crazy that we could see the attacks renewed, according to President Donald Trump, if no deal is reached in the next 2 or 3 days. Which is kind of interesting. Because I noticed President Donald Trump liked doing attacks on the weekends, but I don't think that's a good idea to renew attacks in the next 2 or 3 days, especially with Memorial Day is coming up. I would have thought he would have held off after Memorial Day to do attacks, but if it's true, our attack on Iran in 2 or 3 days is kind of possible. I don't think we would withdraw our troops or anything. Probably was waiting this long to restock our arsenal and stuff like that. Maybe, who knows? It's a possibility that could happen. But they still saying Iran has a lot of missiles. Some sources saying Iran still has a lot of missiles. So again, President Donald Trump said an attack on Iran in 2 or 3 days if no deal is reached, says Trump. So I mean, it's a possibility that can happen, but it's a possibility that won't happen. He might say, oh no, they're coming up with a deal, because he's been going back and forth saying, oh, we're coming up with a deal. Oh, we're not. And Iran time is ticking, or clock is ticking for Iran, so it's kind of interesting. But if he do renew attacks on Iran in the next 2 or 3 days, I actually feel like he's going to wait until after Memorial Day to do that. But who knows, because I noticed he liked doing attacks on the weekends as well. And we can't forget about the Russian-Ukraine situation in Europe, which allegedly President Vladimir Putin, which is the Russian president, said he sees the Ukrainian war coming to an end. I don't know if I believe that at all, because just recently Russia and Ukraine exchanged massive attacks on each other after their ceasefire ended. So yeah, with that being said, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. Hit the notification bell to be notified each and every time your boy upload a new video. And And I will see you guys in the next one. If it's God's will, stay safe out there. Make sure you stay hydrated because there's currently a heat wave ongoing across the United States, West Coast and East Coast. And with that being said, it's your boy Arunde out.